Question for you, Sean. They fought 2 times, and the second fight, of course, it wasn't quite one-way traffic, but it was, fairly decisive for Dustin Poirier. Do you see Conor McGregor being able to make the correct adjustments now going into this third fight with, another 3 months, maybe not even 3 months, like 2.5 months or something to go? Do you think he's going to be able to make the adjustments needed after being blown out pretty much in that second fight?
I don't know, to be honest. I have a lot of questions over Conor McGregor's camp and even Conor McGregor. And there are a lot of questions that I raised before the second fight. The excuses after the Khabib fight from McGregor's camp were, we focused too much on the wrestling and on the takedown. We should have focused more on the boxing and our skills. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And then similarly after I'm disregarding the Cowboy fight because that was as close to a tune-up as you're ever going to get in MMA.
Yeah.
And then after the Dustin rematch, the excuses were, we focused too much on boxing. And that doesn't wash with me a second time around. I mean, it's mixed martial arts. One discipline isn't going to win you a fight. For me, I have questions over whether Conor's camp can actually formulate a game plan to win a fight at this stage. Conor's last amazing performance was Eddie Alvarez at lightweight. I don't know whether he can over make the correct adjustments. I mean, we've seen him. I think he's making a point on Instagram now of those front kicks he was throwing and the water bag. He was switching his legs and switching his stances a lot. I think he was just making the point of how not to get hit by calf kicks.
Yeah,
I have my doubts. I think Conor. It's kind of been known that Conor is the boss of that camp and he dictates when training is and how he trains. George St. Pierre was it Joe Rogan? It was Ariel or Joe Rogan. GSP made the point that Conor needs to not be the boss of that camp. So you need someone telling him, right, you're up at 8 a.m. You're training then. This is what we're doing. I don't care what you say. And that hasn't been the case for Conor's camp for a long time now. And I'm just not sure whether that changes.
I think I really think that's a brilliant point and something that I actually haven't seen formulated in that way. Conor, when he came into that the second knee fight and after it, he got a lot of plaudits for making the adjustments that he did, and rightfully so. It was actually a really good game plan. But that's the last time we've really seen that happen. And you can also go back, and this is we can disregard this completely, but also kind of shows you where he was thinking or where his camp was thinking. The Mayweather fight, silly, I know, but he didn't bring in a boxing coach for that. And I know, again, it's a freak show fight, whatever, but they did talk about after that as well, saying, maybe we should have actually brought in a boxing coach and we don't have Owen Roddy teaching me striking. Roddy was the man. Yeah, great striking coach for MMA, but I mean, if you're going to get this boxing fight with Floyd Mayweather, at least just bring in a boxing coach. You're going to lose it anyway, but you're going to do far better with a dedicated boxing coach. So that plus the Khabib one focused too much on wrestling, as you said, and now this Poirier one. I mean,
it's mixed martial arts. It's not pick a discipline.
But even then, it shouldn't be up to Conor to formulate his game plan, as you said. It should be up to John Kavanagh. It should be up to Owen Roddy, Sergey, the wrestling coach there. And if Conor is the one calling the shots, that's a huge problem. And it probably does show why they're getting these game plans so wrong. Because if you're going to take Conor at his word, they've admitted a few times that they got it completely wrong. And I think you're right to say that, why should we trust that he's going to get it right this time? If he just goes in there and says, okay, we need to stop the calf kicks. I mean, Dustin Poirier is out there and he's thinking the exact same thing. He's thinking, Conor's going to be trying to stop these calf kicks. What do I do next? So that's obviously not going to cut it. And Conor knows this. Like, I mean, John Kavanagh, when he had that interview, when he revealed that Conor was basically the boss of the camp, he said Conor knows more about fighting than all of us combined or something like that, which, it's not, I don't think that's the best thing for a camp anyway. But it is true that Conor is very, very knowledgeable. He knows a lot about this sport. But I mean, you're the athlete. You can only do so much yourself. If you work at anything, you need help in certain situations, in any line of work. And this line of work where there's so many different things that you have to attend to, I mean, you need someone there running the show, in my opinion. So I think that's a great point, Sean.
Yeah, and I mean, Conor's going to come out and say all the right things. He always does. It's going to be, it's either going to be shite talk or it's going to be true, and we're not going to know until after the fight. We never do. I thought Dustin's game plan, was excellent going into that first fight. The rematch, sorry. I keep actually calling it the first fight.
I know, yeah. It does feel like the first fight.
Mike Brown now, there's a man you want to have a
great show.
Formulating the game plan. I think I said it before the first fight, or I said it to a few of my friends. What you want to do against Conor in that first round, the first round is where he's most dangerous. So you want to just put him off. You don't even need to win that first round. You just need to stop him doing anything. So whether that's front kick to the stomach, which we've seen Conor use a lot, if it's just shoot for a takedown to put it in his mind, if it's just fucking annoy him in the first round, just rustle him up and get in close and just don't let him have that space and range that he wants to hit you in. So, and Dustin did it perfectly in that first fight. So I don't know. I don't think the fight plays out the same in the third time around as it did last time, because both are going to have different game plans. They're going to have to. But I just think Dustin just gets it done.
Again. Yeah, I don't think it plays out the same either. I think there's going to be some adjustments. My pick right now will be Dustin Poirier. We won't make official picks. We're not going to stick to them because we do need to see. We have a couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, I seen Conor making the point on Twitter. They were going back and forward as they always are, as Conor always is. But he said, "Oh, you shot for a takedown in the first minute," and it's like, well, congratulations, Conor, on winning you made your opponent shoot for a takedown in the first minute belt.